NFTs. What are they? NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique digital tokens existing on the Ethereum network that are fundamentally changing the way people transact with assets. They can represent any tangible stream of value from a creator, with verifiable authenticity on a distributed, immutable ledger. This can be intellectual property, tickets to events, collectibles, licenses, fractionalized assets, in-game items, virtual currencies, and much, much more. While they have grown tremendously popular in recent times, there seems to be a general lack of understanding and trust in the topic due to their seemingly complex nature. Because of this, I thought it'd be nice to explain NFTs in the simplest way possible and attempt to detail some of the real-world applications today. Although the concept may seem new, the idea itself isn't. Ever since the existence of the internet, humans have attributed real-world value for items in a game. Our best example of this is World of Warcraft. The game actually became so popular that all around the world users began to farm gold, the virtual currency for the game. At its peak, the multiplayer game reached 12 million players, all using the virtual gold to buy items, growing into a $900 million market while employing millions of players. This process became so popular that China ironically banned it, and Blizzard, the developers of the game, were forced to change in-game mechanisms to make the gold less valuable. The result of this gives us a prime example to the true horrors that can occur with centralized entities controlling the monetary policies of a society. In fact, this is one of the reasons for Vitalik Buterin's creation of Ethereum. As said in the young entrepreneur's biography, I happily played World of Warcraft during 2007, but one day Blizzard removed the damage component from my beloved Warlock Siphon life spell. I cried myself to sleep, and on that day I realized what horrors centralized services can bring. I soon decided to quit. My point is that NFTs are representing the wider market of all virtual goods, superseding all previous tools before. The NFT market is worth over $540 million, while the virtual goods market is worth over $50 billion, and all of the digital content market makes up a whopping $300 billion in value. NFTs are still relatively new, with use cases being explored every day. These tokens are unique in the way that they are platform interoperable, and they have an ability to attribute value to and create liquidity for previously intangible assets. Data can be held in NFTs, a virtual token representing ownership of and authenticity of whatever the creator wishes. These are made in the form of smart contracts, or lines of code that execute transparent transactions on the network to update information on the NFTs. It is important to understand that Ethereum exists as a stateless blockchain, with blocks updating data chronologically from miners confirming transactions of users on specific functions for these contracts. The result is a provably scarce, easily programmable, platform-agnostic, and verifiable form of authenticity we've never seen before. So, how do they work? The Ethereum blockchain makes up of multiple technical standards that different types of tokens follow in their code to allow them to interact easily with each other. The ERC20 is the most common, which makes it easy for developers to interact with other tokens following the same standard. It wasn't until the creation of the ERC721 with CryptoKitties that NFTs took off in the greater ecosystem. In fact, CryptoKitties, virtual collectible pets on Ethereum, became so popular that they blew up gas prices. The ERC721 token standard was built to be a technical standard for NFTs, tracking exactly how individual tokens are moving in the block. By the end of 2017, CryptoKitties were selling for more than $100,000. It is largely due to CryptoKitties that NFTs get commonly associated with just art, but they are much more than that. Let's start with something simple. Say I'm an artist who wishes to maximize my earnings by collecting royalties from all of my sales on secondary markets. This can easily be done by adding a few lines of code, simply making every transaction that involves my work take 1% of every sale and send it to my Ethereum address. This has already been done in many instances, and even big teams like the Dallas Mavericks have discussed using NFTs for this exact purpose. All of their tickets to events would be represented as an NFT collecting royalties from secondary sales. Scalpers and bots make millions every year by purchasing tickets and selling them at a higher price, a problem which could be an all-too-fitting use case for NFTs. Let's take this a step even further. Did you know that jewelry loses nearly half of its value once it leaves the store? This is because they are a highly illiquid asset and don't have any form of quick authenticity. NFTs are a great solution for this, and I'm not the only one who sees it. Royal jeweler Asprey plans to issue NFTs to allow jewelry to become significantly easier to trade and authenticate. Now for my favorite, the more extreme examples of just how elaborately NFTs can change the financial markets. The real estate market is estimated to be worth upwards of $16 trillion, and it's showing almost no signs of stopping. Combine this with the fact that the average investor can't afford such investments like real estate, and the result is an illiquid, skyrocketing market like we see today. NFTs could change the industry forever, fractionalizing property and allowing everyone to invest in portions of the market where previously not possible. Believe it or not, this has already been done at the moment you're watching this video. Engine and Labs Group have teamed up to mint fractionalized real estate assets and provide them for the average investor. But the list goes on. An NBA basketball player from the Brooklyn Nets actually created a unique bond after he wished to tokenize his $34.4 million contract. NFT technology allowed him to tokenize and create what he calls professional athlete investment tokens. This move signifies, on a larger scale, the entirely new asset class and investment vehicle forming right before our very own eyes. It allows creators and fans to connect to a level previously not possible, with experiences unique to each NFT. The same NFT that can be represented as an artist's song can give access to a blog, which can also represent ownership of any intellectual property and pay dividends to the owners. A repeating factor in many of the most successful companies is their ability to connect customers directly. Airbnb owns no property, but accommodates guests. Netflix has no movie theaters, but owns some of the largest selections of movies. Uber owns no cars, but offers taxi services. Spotify owns no music industry label, but cuts deals with thousands of artists. Amazon has no independent drivers, but instead hires contractors like Uber to deliver their products. NFTs are the next step for disintermediation of society, and they are occurring at a pace faster than we can begin to comprehend, sucking in all of the world's talent. It is for these reasons why we see Twitter exploring NFT use cases, GameStop building an NFT platform, Shopify accepting NFTs on their app, the Dallas Mavericks considering making their tickets NFTs, and countless more examples I will save you the time of going through. What do you think about NFTs? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy content like this, consider liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel for the latest news on decentralized finance.